Hey all, Rick here from Hamilton Sports Central, and we have some more updated news on the whole Bridgeport to Hamilton. As today, the Chief Executive Officer Scott Housen, who I will mention was the GM of the Hamilton Bulldogs during their time as the Edmonton Oilers affiliate, back in '96 to '04. Announced that the board and governors have unanimously approved the relocation of the franchise owned by the New York Islanders from Bridgeport, Connecticut to Hamilton, Ontario, beginning the 2026-2027 season. The team will be played at the newly renovated TD Coliseum in Hamilton and will be a member of the AHL North Division. I've been saying this all along. It's going to be the North Division. So that is going to be that. I thought we would take a little bit of a look at as to because right now they're still battling for a playoff spot, so I don't want to disturb any of that type thing. But I want to take a look at potentially next year. So, according to my post and doing my research, so let's go to this. So Matt Luff is a unrestricted free agent. I'm hoping that they re-sign him. Adam Beckman, also an unrestricted free agent. I think they'll re-sign him too. Liam Foodie is an RFA. They'll end up re-signing him. Matthew Highmore is a UFA. Matthew Maggio is an RFA. Alex Jeffries is an RFA, so he'll get signed as well. Same with Joey Larson. Marshall Warren is an RFA. Hunter Drew is a AHL contract, so he's possibly could not be back next season. Cole Ward is a UFA. Dylan Kufler, Dylan Kufler is an RFA. Ethan Bear is a UFA. Cam Berg is an AHL contract, so he may not be back. Same with Chris Terry. Isaiah George is currently under a contract. Travis Mitchell is a UFA. Cam Thiesing is an RFA. Sean Daly is AHL contract. Same with Parikh Durubi. Luke Rowe is also a AHL contract. Itu Liukas. He's signed beyond the. No, sorry, he's an RFA. Mark Lacob. What is X? X means indicates inactive, so he probably got released. He's not here. He's not here. He's most likely down in the ECHL. Callum Mitchell is up in the NHL right now, so I could see him possibly being back next year. Max Dorrington, AHL contract. Kaylee Odellis. He's signed for next year. Jesse Pulkkinen. He is signed for next year. Cole Eiserman, he'll be back next year. Victor Eklund, he'll be back next year. Drew Callan will not. I don't think he's with the team. Jeremy Smith, I don't think he could be with the team. I'm not sure. These three players not with the team, and then Tykinen and Marcus Holberg. So Tykinen is a RFA. Holberg is a UFA, so they could be going with Lennox and another goalie, or they could go with a mixture. AHL contracts, Camberg, Gatkov, Day, Durling, Drew, Doobie, Parker, Ganhagen, Ross Minton, Luke Rowe, and Chris Terry. With AHL contracts, unless it's reported that it's a 2-year deal, most likely they will be 1-year deals, so it all depends on what they include. It's quite possible that they could be back next year. I'm going to leave this in the hands with the Islanders. Just an FYI, we will be covering the Free Agent Day frenzy on Free Agent Day on July 1st. We'll also be covering the draft days 1 and 2. Let me just double check first. So we are on the. We do not have a 9 o'clock. We do not have a game that week, so that works perfect. And then, so we'll be covering both days of the draft. We'll be doing prospect videos for those. Also coming up will be the CFL draft that will be on the 28th of April. I'll be going to camp 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. But what I was going to show you was why this is such a big thing is because they go from this division to this division. So you have Laval Rockets, Syracuse Crunch, Toronto Marlies, Cleveland Monsters, Rochester Americans, Utica Comet, and Belleville Senators. Toronto Marlies versus Hamilton games, I'll be at every one of them, home and away. Belleville, I'll probably go to a few Belleville games at Belleville. Laval, I at least want to get to one this year. And then I'm hoping that we play some. I want to at least play Manitoba in the Central. I don't know if they'll play us in Central because, Toronto played Manitoba, so Manitoba came to Toronto today and beat Toronto 5-1. Or they may put us in against some teams in the Atlantic. I'm not sure, but I'm very pumped for the news today. I'm just waiting for the prices for the season tickets, because I'm getting season tickets, even though I'll be covering the team. So there's that. But I'm really hoping that a lot of these prospects that are playing this year, Azai George, Marshall Warren, who else is there? Jeffries comes back, Larson comes back, Thiessen comes back, Q Fullerman, or Q Fuller, comes back. Cole Esterman will be back. Liam Foodie, hopefully he comes back. Again, Matt Luff. He did well for us when he was with the Hamilton OHL. Hopefully he comes back for us. I know they'll dab a little AHL contracts in there. Who knows? If to make playoffs, I'm sure they'll keep Rocky Thompson. Who knows what they're going to do with coaching staff? Still early to tell. But with that being said, I just wanted to give a little update video on the update on the news that came out today. So Bridgeport will be playing in Hamilton 26-27, and yours truly, this guy here, will be following the news, regardless if it's a signing, preview, game review, off-season stuff. I will be covering it on the channel. so that I can get you more up to date content. Even if it's not that day when the news breaks, it will be within that day or two. But I do appreciate everyone for stopping by, checking out this content of mine. Very much means a lot to me that everyone's showing support. And thank you for those 21 people, or those 181 views, I should say, um, that came out to watch the Ontario Junior Hockey game tonight. Um, the feed was horrible and it was not working properly, so they ended up pulling the game. We got to watch the last 6 minutes via someone's cell phone. So I do appreciate that. But hopefully, come next year, we come swinging against the Toronto Marlies. And for those that do not know, Hamilton and Toronto rivalry is not one to take lightly. And I think we'll have a good team that next year. So, again, I do appreciate everyone for stopping by. This is Rick from Hamilton Sports Central, and have yourself a great rest of your day.